Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, man. John switched the great one, not the fake one. Hazie Visions, John 120. We back with another one, man. Today we got a special guest, man. Cali, man. Fine Brandon, man. Feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. No complaints.
That's what I like to hear, man. For those who don't know, man, because it's a different type of channel, what exactly is Pan-Africanism?
Pan-Africanism is just the belief that all Black people across the globe should unite politically, economically, even spiritually for the collective improvement or empowerment of Black people.
Okay. So now, when you say that, how do Pan-Africans feel about rap music today and like the propaganda that?
Pan-Africanists come in all shapes and sizes and forms. It's just a political ideology. So it's like saying, how do Democrats feel about rap music? Well, you have different people who are going to feel different ways. Some love it, some don't like it. Obviously, there's older Pan-African people who grew up in a different time who's like, oh, that's just, it's nothing but gangbanger music. They're a little bit more conservative. But for the most part, we welcome all genres of music, any behavior that people exhibit, as long as you're not like hurting anyone, and as long as you're not like representing our people in a bad way, that's detrimental.
Well, that's why I asked that, because you don't think rap music put a certain light on Black people?
I think there's good Black music. I think there's some Black music that's like in between.
Well, my bad, not specifically rap. Drill music, shit like that and Sexy Red music, that type of shit. That's what I'm talking about. Not Nas in there. I'm talking about the drill and Sexy Red in there.
Well, one of my favorite artists is like DMX, right? So I feel a little bit hypocritical if I come down on drill music. Different people find different things entertaining. There are people who listen to drill music, get up every day, go to work, take care of their family, and they in the work truck bobbing and weaving and bouncing their head to some, some drill, to some King Von, right?
That's me.
At the end of the day, the nuclear family unit is what's going to determine a person's trajectory and outcome, how you were raised. I grew up listening to DMX, Brother Lynch, X-Rated, all those rappers. That didn't mean that I grew up to be like a degenerate person. I just like the music. Different times in my life that maybe the message that they were giving, helped put me in a mental space to get me through some difficult times. They may influence people, but these rappers are not making decisions for these people. These people are making decisions for themselves.
Okay. I like that right there, because I think the same way, right? And I'm glad that you said it's just entertainment, because that's the one thing we got to stress to the kids in the upcoming generation, that this shit is just entertainment. Because if you see now, all the rappers, they either sadly passing away due to gun violence, little bullshit like you just happened in Houston, shit like that, or they going to jail like we got Lil Durk. We got some of the biggest rappers dying, and we got some of the biggest rappers going to jail. Now, Ja, did you see what recently with the Lil Durk shit?
Yeah, what you talking about with his bond?
Yeah, how you feel about that bond hearing? Like, you feel like he put up too much, maybe? He offered to put up $900,000 in real estate, $1 million in cash, and then $125,000 from social.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see he offered to do that.
Yeah, that was.
He definitely put up too much. Yeah,
How you feel about that, Brandon? You don't feel like that's a money grab from the lawyer? Being that the case that he's in, we know he wasn't going to get that bill.
Well, the situation is that the way bail works, as far as I know, is if you show up to court, you don't lose anything. You're just putting that up as collateral, saying that you'll show up to court. The reason why, because I think he got denied the bail. And I think the reason for that is he's in there for like a murder for hire type of situation. And what's going on is like he has the money and the power and the influence to say, look, I know there's witnesses. I know there's people who probably going to testify against me. Maybe I can get rid of these people before the court date comes and this all gets thrown out. So I think they're more worried about his ability to impact the case or the outcome of the case if he's free. Also, Dirk ain't no dummy. Dirk could give up all that. That's what, roughly $2 million. That's nothing to him. So he might just leave that $2 million. Probably got a safe with a bunch of money stashed in it. You look up and bro in Indonesia with Russell Simmons or something. So they know bro is not dumb. They might have gave that to a dumber rapper like Take or something, but Dirk is too smart. He too tapped in and he's too intelligent. You let Dirk out at this point, he got his woman, you'll probably never see bro again.
So you don't think Yella Beezy kind of got the same situation going on, even though his ain't federal? He in there for a capital murder. They gave him a bond, and they was lenient with his.
I think with Yella Beezy, I mean, it's all determined by whether or not you're a flight risk, you know. So I don't think Yella Beezy is as smart as Lil Durk. I also think they might believe Yella Beezy truly believes he could beat the case, because it's really a situation where it's like he say, she say. People are saying he hired someone to kill Mo 3. With Durk, it's like I think they had a dude in his circle who was snitching on him, wearing a wire and all that shit. It's a little bit more hairy for Little Durk. I think Yella Beezy has a realistic chance of getting off.
Yeah. But the reason I said it was too much, not that he would lose the stuff, because we know if you don't get the bail, you don't lose that stuff. But it's like he got Drew Finland, one of the top lawyers. So that per hour rate of him fighting all this extra stuff, gathering this stuff to where they trying to come up with this jury of why you should come home. You don't think that's a lot?
I mean, at that point, I think he's just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the situation to get out of jail. I mean, he trying to taste freedom. I've been to jail before. Like, I remember the first time I went to jail, I was like, you be thinking crazy stuff. Like, I swear if they just let me out for like 12 hours, I'll come back. Just crazy things run through your mind because you be so desperate to get out, bro. Like, I'm just being real with you. You think the most outlandish stuff. So yeah, I could see somebody overdoing it, you know, just thinking the judge will be impressed by the amount of things he's willing to sacrifice in the name of getting a bond. And, you know, and you basically want them to you want to make them understand it's more important for me to come back to court. You know, this is so much that I'm offering. You know, me coming back to court is like not as important to me as all this stuff I'll lose if I don't come back to court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. What you think, Ja?
Nah, yeah, I think it's the same thing. Dirk just trying to get out at this point, so it's whatever. If anything he could do to try to get out, he gonna try it. Because, like you said, bro. And then if you Dirk and being who he is and coming from, you got millions of dollars to go into sitting in a cell 23 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So you just trying to find any which way to get out of there.
But like, I was only saying that, right? Because 600 been on his ass all week. Like, bro, that money that you giving to that lawyer to put up for this bond and shit, you could have been giving that to the kids. Like, you fake kind of know you cook. Like, so why even try? Like, you know what I mean?
You just trying anything. It don't really, like, I feel like it's no really. Yeah, he might know he cooked, but it's just like you need a little bit of hope when you like locked up in jail. Like, so anything that could try to possibly get you out, you're gonna try it.
Yeah, and
good, bro.
The lawyer is his counsel, so the lawyer gonna tell him try to put up this, and this. You know what I'm saying? And see, the judge might be lenient if they think you offering up a lot, because it's all about money at the end of the day. But 600, you can rationalize if, like, what he's saying could be said about anything. You could spend the time that you're using investigating Little Durk and hunting niggas down and finding and gathering information to go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club or something. Nigga, like, that's the same. You can't really. That's stupid. I'm in a time of desperation, so desperate times call for desperate measures. This is not just every day where I'll just go out and be like, let me give you $2 million of my assets just to like for the hell of it. He's desperate right now. So yeah, that's kind of a weird criticism.
Yeah. Okay, now switching to the Diddy thing, right? Because now they were saying he was too desperate to get out of jail, where if he would just waited a year and try to get the bail hearing and shit, he might have could have got off and maybe gotten the bail. But being that he did this shit first 3 back to back to back and they all got denied, it's not looking good. What y'all think about that one?
I agree. I mean, I feel like if your bond get denied twice, more than likely they're not gonna let you out. It's obviously a reason. And then he just, like you said, just tried to rush it and get out, like trying to get the bail back to back to back. So
yeah, with Diddy with these people, it's like we got to understand they're in New York. New York has a no cash bail policy. They're letting robbers and murderers out in hours with a citation saying come back to court on this date, right? With a court date. So if you can't get bail in New York City, they definitely believe that you're a flight risk. To bring up Russell Simmons again, bro kind of ruined it for niggas. Like, being totally honest, like when Russell ran up out the country, Woody Allen, these dudes, that ruined it for people because now they like, nah, y'all tapped in, y'all know where to run to where you can't get extradited. So Diddy, they got long paper. It's the same reason they wouldn't give Harvey Weinstein bail. They know you could disappear.
Now, Vlad was saying Diddy case is really like a ramped up domestic violence RICO. Y'all feel the same way? And do y'all think he gonna get fair judgment? Because everybody didn't seen the Cassie video, and then everybody know, well, not everybody know, but everybody may consider him a bad dude being on the bad business he done in the past. Now, do y'all think that come into effect with the jurors? They'll be fair or not?
I don't know. I didn't read too deeply or know too deeply about the Diddy case, but I do feel like since it got so much notoriety, like popularity about the case, I feel like the jurors ain't gonna really. It'll take a lot for the jurors to let him off. I just think with everything that's being out there and all this stuff that's coming out about him, they got documentaries about him, and he ain't even been found guilty yet. Like, so it's just, I don't know.
I mean, with Diddy, if you're a juror in the Diddy case, you basically have to convince yourself that this man Diddy was like overpowering grown ass men, forcing them to do stuff. That Cassie was with Diddy for over a decade and stayed with him and wasn't complicit in any of this stuff. I truly believe that Cassie was right in on it with him. She was bro's, his necessary or committed freak. Cassie's a talentless hack. She can't sing worth a damn. She ain't had a hit since 2002. There are so many things that could have incentivized her to stay with Diddy, right? This man, you knew everybody in the game. You had dudes who crash out for you, even crash out on Diddy, but you never asked them to. If I'm a juror, I'm just going to say, look, you don't have talent. You lived a life of luxury. Finally, you guys broke up. You met some bum personal trainer, and it just seems to me like, bro, y'all pillow talked. Bro gamed you up and was like, you should go for that dude on the SA charge, especially because the first charge was just in a civil suit. She didn't even put criminal charges on bro. So it's clear she just wanted money. And then she made it public when he wouldn't give her money initially. This is just a play for money. And it's sad that someone could ruin someone's life just because they're greedy and they're having like buyer's remorse because they didn't left their sugar daddy and got with the personal trainer and bro is broke. So I hope the jury sees through Cassie's nonsense. Bro whooping your ass in a hallway at a hotel 5-10 years ago. Listen, man, that's past the statute of limitations. People who are on drugs fight all the time. Have you ever seen two crackheads not fighting? A male and a female, they always fighting. This stuff happens, but I can't see anybody who's mature allowing that to have any impact on their decision when it comes to the essay allegations.
Definitely. Now, you brought up money grab. Now, we got the biggest money grab in the world going on right now, in my eyes, with Shannon Sharpe. Because, like you said, this woman comes out, doesn't pursue any criminal charges, just straight money. How you feel about that with the Shannon Sharpe? Go ahead, Jai.
Overall, in general, I just think it's like it's weird times right now where we've seen a lot of that. I kind of call it like the Me Too, where like, you know, where people are like, Me Too, oh, this happened to me too, and it's a money grab. It sucks because like you said, like the thing happened like 5-10 years ago, and it could come back and it could bite you, like, and it might not even be that's what that situation is, but because these people are putting it out publicly, and then the media is eating it up, and then like you see Shannon Sharpe had to step away from ESPN because of the allegations. So I think it's just the same thing that would happen to a man if these allegations were true should be the same punishment for these women saying these things that are not true. It gotta be equal. You can't be running around saying stuff like this, tearing down somebody's name. Like I said, Shannon Sharpe's not even on ESPN no more. Like you can't, and then they're just getting away with it. If nothing happens, they just go on with their lives. Like me personally, I'm not a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, Shannon, if I'm gonna go down over something bad. This chick looked like a damn soccer mom. She was horrible, just skinny. Like, I live in Cali. There's white chicks like that on every corner. Like, you walk past them, just don't even look at them because they just ridiculous. Bro is in LA. He just was like messing around with trash. But basically, the woman is a prostitute. He has the text messages where she's talking about she wants him to pay her for $25,000 for each cheek and all this stuff. And they play. What happened?
Oh, my bad, bro. I just said sucker shit real quick.
Right. Stupid. Just old nigga shit. Rich niggas. But the thing is, that clearly shows that the relationship was based on monetary exchange, right? And then as a part of that monetary exchange, they engaged in like risque, suggestive, BDSM type conversations throughout the day. And that was a understanding or part of the package that she was giving him, including but not limited to the sexual intercourse. So I paid this woman to have rough sex with me and basically play into these different scenarios and send suggestive text messages to me throughout the day. It should be an open and shut case, you know, if Shannon plays his cards right. But what I believe with Shannon is he has a legal case beat. What I believe is she has video or something of him doing embarrassing things, and he doesn't want those things to come out. That is the only reason I think Shannon Sharpe has not basically come out with more details about the relationship. I always been looking at bro with a side eye ever since he started walking around with that little gay dude talking about that's his personal stylist. Got bro courtside at the Laker game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She probably got some video of bro with that dude. What's up? He trying to save face right now.
And what's even crazier is that, like you said, she not a bad bitch at all. But bro, you 54 years old, fucking with a 19-year-old. Now, like you said, you got a daughter, and bro, you got a daughter. How would you feel your 20-year-old come home with a 54-year-old man? Bro, that's older than you. Like, that's a bigger age gap than you and your daughter.
Right. Nah, yeah, there's no words for how I feel. I'd be enraged, and it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be okay. That shit's not going, like, and as a 54-year-old man, you shouldn't even want to pursue something like that, especially being a millionaire, billionaire like yourself. You can find women your age easily.
Bro, I'm 25 and I can't talk to a 19-year-old right now. Like, we not on the same shit. We can't really even go out and chill on some grown-up shit.
It comes down to morals, I feel like, ultimately.
I mean, personally, like, I don't know. I'll probably be like the 54-year-old dude chasing around the little 20-year-olds and stuff, because I like younger women, like 25-year-olds, 22-year-olds. when I get 50, I don't want no whooped out 40-year-old pussy all tarnished and shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I like something young, curvy, you know what I'm saying, firm, tight, whatever. That's what I like. So, like, with that situation, yeah, I understand where bro coming from with it. Also, bro got 2 bad hips, so bro ain't putting in work. Like, when you have sex with older women, that shit is like more worn out. So you got to put in a lot more work to get the same result. These young chicks, they young, supple, it's wet, just blow on their ear, they ready. I totally understand that. Like, I'm trying to get somebody who could jump on top of that thing and ride the nigga all night. You get a chick 45, she ain't doing that no more. Her knees hurt, her back hurts. She been working her whole life getting her back blown out. Like, nah, I feel the youth. The youth is good, but men have been marrying and dating and impregnating younger women for centuries. But as far as like Shannon Sharpe, like I said, I don't even think it's like stuff that he did with her. I think she just got dirt on bro. So he really can't come all the way out with everything because bro offered now that's a situation where I think somebody offered way too much too soon when he offered her the 10 million. That was ridiculous.
That's not a good look either. You offering money up front. That's not a good look.
But 10 million?
10
Yeah,
million.
Offer her dirty ass $1 million, 2 million or something. 30,000. 10 million make me think he got some sex tapes with that little gay dude and she got hold of him.
Damn.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, Dr. Umar, do all Pan-Africans feel how Dr. Umar feel about the situation? About snow bunnies.
All Pan-Africans feel like Dr. Umar needs to take care of his damn kids. That's how we feel like. He got bigger fish. Bro got to open up that school. Bro got kids out here getting whooped out. Kids that he don't even know their birthday. Like, Shannon Sharpe is the least of his worries. But, you know, there are Pan-African people who are very against race mixing, right? They don't think people should marry outside of their race. But the thing is, let's keep it a buck. He wasn't married to this hoe. He was just smashing. So it's like Shannon Sharpe is team Forever Bachelor. So I don't even understand Umar's sentiments when this chick was being used for purely recreational purposes. He wasn't like committed to her. But that's somebody who is like, bro, you could be giving little black kids scholarships, but you spending $25,000 each cheek on coochie and you're Shannon Sharpe. There's somebody in here who's gonna throw that monkey at you for free. There's some chicks, in my personal experience, there's some chicks who just want to be in a room with you with other famous people who will hump on you for that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way, there's no justification for bro having to pay somebody that kind of money for sex. As a black man, he's reasonably good looking. Bro's like 6'2", 6'3". He's in great shape. I mean, you in LA too, it's hood rats out here who will do anything to you just to be in a room with celebrities, just to go to Yamashiro or Katana. Like, you know, that's a real thing. So why are you out here just over tricking? Everybody trick, but bro was over tricking for some regular.
Yeah, nah, he was wilding the fuck out. He tweaked with that one.
I got a question though for Brandon though. Now I want to know how you feel about like the relationships in like today's society. Obviously, I'm a little bit younger, so I don't know. Like, you've been around obviously a little bit longer, so you would know how. Like, you know, like I just feel like with today, like relationships happen. Like, you could meet somebody on social media, you meet up with them, you know, you think you love this person, you with them for 2-3 months, and then you realize like, nah, this ain't the one I want. And I just feel like everybody's doing that, and like around my age, at least I'll say. So what's your thoughts on that?
There's no black men that are your age who should still be in America looking for women. You see that Passport Bros movement? I support that 100%. Go to Africa, find you a baddie that's submissive, who wants to be with you, who's committed to you, willing to push out a baby for you. Only thing she's asking for in exchange is for you to take care of her and make sure y'all kids got what they need. I mean, that's a man's job. That's all they asking. All this, you know, the women in America are very entitled, you know.
Right.
I hate to say that. They're very entitled. They're very ignorant, selfish, and they have all these like ridiculous expectations. The only way they're going to be corrected is if men start to just reject them and go and look other places for love, companionship, all these things. Bro, you get you a passport. Should ticket to Kenya round trip is $900. If I show you some of the women out there, your jaw will hit the floor. And those chicks are like, I want to wash your clothes and cook you food, and you ain't even gotta ask. They're just already trained and raised to be submissive to a man. Why would you even deal with some hoochie who's like having sex with 5, 10 different dudes? Every dude got a day of the week, but she's pretending like she cares about you so she could get something out of you. Like, not saying you shouldn't engage in that. It's a part of life, but those relationships are just for recreation. If you're really trying to settle down with somebody, go out of the country, preferably Africa. I think that's one of the benefits of Pan-Africanism, because you got access to all the other Black people. There's 1 billion women in another continent wishing a man would come choose them. And we over here stressed out about some entitled hoochies. Just go somewhere else.
Now, I hear you talk a lot about Kenya, and you actually put me on game, because I'm not gonna lie, to my ignorance, just like I was in your live, like someone said, they didn't know how Africa currency was like and all that. They exchanged in the market. He didn't know if he was gonna be able to make money in the business in Africa, right?
Right.
Someone asked me one time in college, it was like you said, they got some beautiful women in Africa. Bro, it was this girl in my class, like a history class, something beautiful. But she asked me what I thought Africa was like. My dumb ass, off the shit we see on TV, I'm like, lions and dirt roads type shit. Very ignorant, right? But she blacked the fuck out on me. But that's how I found out it was cities and shit like that. Like, why don't we know that Africa is like this?
You know, people say, oh, because they only show us this certain side. The reality is a lot of Black Americans don't really think of anything outside of America. So like we got phones in our pocket. How often do people Google like Africa? Does Africa have skyscrapers and stuff like that? You know, they like we just haven't been pressured to we haven't been pressured. We haven't found a need to look outside of America for anything. And this situation with the passport bros and stuff, all it's doing is really it's real now with the women and how they're so entitled and stuff. That is now giving us a need to look outside of America for something, and that's love and family, you know?
Yeah. So you've been, how many times you've been to Africa? Are you originally from Africa or not?
No. I'm born in Long Beach, California. Like my family members from Texas and Georgia, like everybody else.
So how the hell what made you want to go out to Africa and stuff? What got you out there?
Man, I had a homie who was like getting married out there. It was like one of my best homeboys. I did jujitsu with him. And bro was like, man, I would really love for you to be at my wedding. I was like, bro, I ain't got no passport, let alone money to get out there. Bro was like, don't worry, man. His dad was rich. He was like, my dad is paying for everybody to fly out there. Just get your passport. I found out you could get a passport in 24 hours. Went downtown LA, got my passport. The next day I was on a flight going to Kenya.
Yeah. What it was like out there? What city could you compare it to?
Nairobi is the best city on earth, but I would compare it to like New York or like
not New York, bro. We right here. Don't compare it to New York, bro.
No, like New York or Chicago, as far as like a hub of people. It's a ton of people in Nairobi, bro. It's the only city on earth that has a national park inside of city limits. That's how big it is. So like you can go in the city to the national park, see lions, rhinos, giraffes, all that, like in the wild. So it covers a huge land area. But if you go to like Central Business District in Nairobi, I mean, there's easily like a couple million people down there moving around doing business. So it's not as built up as New York, but it definitely has like that big city feel. You can order Uber Eats to your front door, all types of stuff. So yeah, it's like any major city in the world. Only difference is every single road is not paved. The main roads are all paved. There's freeways and all that. But if you go down like a little side cut, it might be a dirt road, like a side, not downtown, but like in a neighborhood or something. That's the only difference, really.
And do you feel like they are more connected out there than like the blacks who per se in like America? Like, do you feel like?
I mean, I just feel like they have like a collective interest to make their country successful. That's what I would say.
Okay.
It's not even like more connected because they don't all know each other and all agree on everything, but they're just like, we want our country to be good. I would compare Kenya to like if black people said we want the black community to be safe. That's what it would be like. If all black people are like, we want the black community to be safe and prosperous.
Damn, that's tough. How long was that flight from Cali to Kenya?
It's like a total, I would say like a 20-hour flight, but that's including the layover. But if you fly from y'all in New York, right?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. So if you fly from New York, just straight shot 14 hours.
That ain't too bad.
You could catch one plane and get there, land right in Nairobi. So y'all lucky.
In fact. Okay, now let's get back to what you said with the women out there, right? Besides the fact, all right, hold on. Why do you think American women don't have the same standards that Kenyan women do as far as like you said, the doing the laundry? What changed?
In America, the role of the man has pretty much been erased in our families and our societies. Women feel like they can do everything a man can do. They know they can't, but society like impresses that upon them. Another thing is, I think that like the law enforcement angle where like say you and your girl argue, say you slap your girl or y'all get in a fight, she getting too disrespectful, you snatch her up. I'm not advocating nobody hit their women, but sometimes women be trying you might have to snatch their ass up a little bit. You do that in America, they're gonna take you to jail. In Kenya, the girl's not even gonna try you because she's gonna be like, nah, when I was younger and I get out of line, my dad will whoop my ass. But now you're dealing with women who like, shit, even if my mom touched me, I could call the police and get her put in jail. So they just grow up with this mindset like they could like disrespect, and men as well, the little YNs and shit as well. But we just got a whole generation of people growing up who have no accountability. They feel like can't nobody tell me shit, can't nobody make me do nothing I don't want to do, this type of thing. And it just tears at society on every level, especially relationships. Like you tell your girl, like, can you please clean up the kitchen? Why? They want to challenge you over everything. But it's easy for people to challenge people when they grow up believing that no one has the right to tell them anything or to ask them to do anything. So in Kenya, it's not like that. These women are trained to like cater to their man, take care of their man. Their moms raised them to be married. I remember this one Kenyan girl. I said, have you ever even considered marrying like a white guy? She was like, when we're young, we're like, we never consider that because we look at just black relationships our whole life. So it seems like the natural thing to do, just like a Mexican marrying a Mexican or an Asian marrying an Asian. That's just the natural thing that they see. So some will divert and go a different way and do what they want to do. But the vast majority are just going to fall in line with the social norms. That's just human nature.
So, like, do you think that got to do with like upbringing of like the way these parents, like you said, like a kid can like be like, oh, if my mom hit me, I can just call the cops. But like, I don't know, me growing up as a kid, I think switch too. Growing up as a kid, like to certain shit, like our parents aren't going for it, and certain stuff that you just taught, and like, do you feel like these new parents, like these new generation parents, don't kind of like, I guess I would say like enforce the same like basic rules of life to these like new generation of kids?
I think parents nowadays are in a rough situation because kids are like emboldened. They just feel like they could do whatever they want. They feel like they don't have to listen. So the parent is like, they can try to discipline the kid, but at the end of the day, these days, if your kids just be like, F you, mom, I ain't going to school, what you really going to do to make them go? You can't hit them. You can't follow them around every day to make sure they go. And even if you did, you can't physically touch them and force them to do anything. So they basically strip people's ability to discipline their kids the way they see fit. And the kids are, in a sense, out of control. They're calling their own shots. And and you can see that. You got kids 9 years old, 10 years old rolling around with switches. What do you think? You think their parents haven't told them that's not a good way to live? But if your daddy can't even whoop your ass and put you in your place, who's gonna do it? The police won't even enforce the law no more. So it's chaos. And I think it's orchestrated. I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So how you feel about the educational system in America right now?
I mean, the kids can't read, bro. Like, kids can't read. They ain't barely showing up to school. They're constantly lowering standards. You look at, like, I think it was Washington or Oregon, one of those states. They basically removed F's from the curriculum. Like they made it to where, like, you can't fail at school. Removed math requirements, saying that math requirements are unfair to Black kids and minorities. It's just like they're constantly lowering the bar. And I remember this thing I watched with Tucker Carlson, and he was like, these people are like super mediocre and unimpressive, and they want to be celebrated for it. So if you're just a regular, like, say for instance, we playing basketball and your ass sucks at basketball. Well, if you start loosening the rules up, it might make you appear to be better. Let's lower the court to 8 feet. Let's let a nigga travel. Let's let it, you know what I'm saying? Let's let a nigga foul. He could elbow somebody and go up to the hoop. Okay, you start looking like you're better than you really are. Let's put the real technical aspect back into the game. Let's restore the rules of basketball, raise the court, and it's easy to see that you suck. So it's just a bunch of regular people, and we know, like, when it comes to regular people, these are the people who overcompensate for their mediocrity by, like, getting overeducated and stuff like that. Oh, I got 5 degrees. Well, yeah, you can't play sports. You can't do shit else. So you going to overcompensate for that by overeducating yourself. Well, now that guy wants to feel special. He wants to feel like he got motion, right? And he's in control of the curriculum, or what are the requirements, the basic requirements for the students. Well, if every student coming out of this situation can't read, I know I'll always have an advantage over them. So it's like they're manipulating the situation so that they'll always be at the top. You know, it's like in jujitsu. I do jujitsu, not to be long-winded, but there are some people who will teach you, but they won't teach you certain things, so you'll never be able to beat them.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's the same thing. Yeah. And I agree with that too. Especially if you look at, like, some of these other, like, kids, like we talk about all the time, switch with China, how their school system is, and how long they go to school for and stuff like that. And just look at, like, some of these other places, it's different.
Yeah, and then, like, the stuff they do outside of school, where their TikTok is educational, where ours is a bunch of bullshit all day.
Right.
But then look at the kids that went through COVID. Those is really the ones that can't read. Those first graders, second graders, third graders that had to go through COVID.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that generation, low key.
Bro, it's kids that are 12, 13 years old who cannot stick a key into a keyhole and turn the latch. I kid you not. Their motor skills, because they don't play outside, they don't go nowhere, they on the phone all day, it seriously impacts their motor skills. Like, they don't know how to do, like, little new thread and needle, stuff like that. Because when we were young, we were kind of like playing outside, climbing trees, just developing what are called fine motor skills. Well, when you always tapping on the damn phone all day, all you're really using is your thumbs. So you don't even know how to manipulate things with your, try to teach one of these kids how to drive these days, bro. It's a whole job. Like, you really, like, it's like you teaching a toddler to, like, walk. Like, hey, do this, because just the way they're raised, the curriculum, the way the teachers are teaching them, the permissiveness of it, trying to, like, really make it like easy button type shit. It's purposely done. It's being purposely done. And I don't know why, but I got a good idea.
We was talking about that on one episode too. Let's get into why you think it's being purposely done, because we were saying something going on where they're making everything easier, like we said before. Even the men in the past, where, like, we damn near getting weaker by each generation.
Hey, before we get into that, hey, I want to hook you up. I want to hook you up with a girl, Ja. If you don't got one, I'll show you a picture of her right now. She's cute too. Like, I'm telling you, This is the place to go. This is in Kenya too. This is my friend's sister. She'd be like, "Give me an American guy." She's hell. You can you see her?
Nah, I can't see.
Hold up,
He can
let
show
me
you.
see.
I presented it.
I got you. I'm gonna pull it up. Huh. There you
Hey,
go.
hey, she's gorgeous. Like, there's nothing wrong with this girl.
Damn, that's what them Kenyans looking like.
I'm telling you, thick as hell, too thin waist. Look, man, I'm telling you, y'all. Hey,
And they listen too, huh?
hey,
Damn.
listen, and they submissive, they agreeable. They ain't trying to argue with you. None of that shit. Hey, look, I'm just telling you. I'm giving you an example of what's out there. So when you arguing with that chick in America,
definitely.
keep it in the back of your mind. It's stuff like this that I ain't got to deal with. None of this. I ain't got to worry about her being on what is it called, Tinder or none of that shit. Just ain't no Tinder in Africa.
Facts, it's Tinder and all that. Nah, definitely.
Nah. But what was he going into?
Definitely.
We were going into fucking why are they making everything easier and they making shit weaker and shit like that?
I really don't know. The only thing I could think is like the dumber you are, the easier you are to control. I mean, just look at the dynamic between Democrats and Republicans. I was watching a video and a guy asked a woman, like, do you agree everyone should be paid a fair wage? Do you agree in saving the environment? And the girl was like, yeah. And then he was like, the guy was like, well, Trump bringing back American jobs from China, that makes sure everybody can get paid a fair wage in America and is saving the environment because China is the #1 polluter in the world. And the lady was like, well, she just had like a brain freeze or something. Because like what it does is if they dumb you down and they make you think that everything you feel is inherently right, they can turn you into a bot, basically, who's only operating based on surface level emotions. When we were younger, we were taught in school how to critically think. We get information, let's critical think. They used to have a whole part of class like that. Hey, we're going to do our critical thinking assignment. They don't got that shit no more. They're like, how does this make you feel? Yep, that's right. Or they tell you, you should feel like this about this. And then they send you on your way. You're just making a bunch of hyper emotional people. And then you make them impatient by shortening their attention span from like where people once could read a whole novel and be like locked in to where now people could barely make it through a 30-second TikTok video. There's a famous quote. It goes like, people who are hyper ambitious are easily manipulated. So if you're out here like, we want to save the environment and we want to save it now, you're hyper ambitious. You want it done immediately. Well, that just makes you easier to manipulate. Hey, y'all all come stand over here if you want to save the environment. Well, yeah, we want to save the environment. You stand over there and a big ass fucking bomb or something come drop on your ass because you never took the time to look and see the damn airplane flying over your head, the fighter jet. They're so easily manipulated because they're just so hyper ambitious and they have a short attention span and they have no patience.
I like that right there. Now, bro, I gotta ask you this. Because you was involved in one of the biggest nigga moments of the year so far. How do you stay tense in that type of situation right there when someone keeps saying, you a bitch, come outside, all this type of shit? Like, you kept your composure and knowing what you know, you could have really fucked them up right there, did all type of shit to them bad in a closed situation because you got the jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai background. How do you manage to stay calm in some situations like that?
I mean, honestly, I made a video about this on my channel, just putting shit in perspective, man. I mean, when I look at the dude, I just look at that dude like he's a bum. And if you're in California, you encounter a lot of bums. And bums are crazy. They yell, they scream, they'll talk shit to you. Do you really engage with bums? You just walk past them like this motherfucker out their mind, right? That's how I look at Suspect. He's a bum. Like, look at my shit. And this is just the condo. I got a house too. What do he got? The nigga still calling his daddy to fight. I like to go approach AD and Pun for him when they have an argument. Like, the man is just miserable. He's in a constant state of suffering, right? Because expectation is the root of all suffering. And bro expects certain things from the people around him that they'll never give him, right? No one's ever going to give you something more than what they got. But if you failed at as many things as Almighty Suspect has failed at, you would be the same way. The man is a failed rapper, a failed gang member, and pretty soon is about to be a failed podcaster. Bro is in a state of not quiet, but very boisterous desperation, very apparent desperation. And I think when he like saw me and he sees how I carry myself, I think he kind of does that to anyone he thinks is a threat to his position. I feel like he felt threatened by Jalise. That's why he went off on her. Also, bro was trying to have a romantic relationship with her, from what I'm understanding. They went on a date. And I feel he felt threatened by me, and he felt threatened by Flacco years ago. So this is par for the course for this guy. So just knowing that and dealing with a lot of insecure people, especially like insecure family members, I already know the best thing to do is ignore them, dismiss them. I mean, now if they touch you, you know, now you're in a position, or if they approach you within if they approach to within a distance where they can harm you, then you got to do what you got to do. But I just knew the dude was just all talk, because we know if he's truly mad, he'll jump on you, even if the camera's rolling. But he has to save face for his audience, because he's built up this image of like this tough guy who attacks people, and you know, he takes every fade and stuff. And that's really all he has, because he can't podcast. He can't really talk without slurring his speech and saying the hard ER. So all he has is like the tough guy image. And it's really sad. In 2 or 3 years of being a podcaster on one of the biggest platforms in America, bro has experienced no growth. And so it's just like, I'll beat this dude up and end up feeling bad for doing it type shit.
Damn. Now, what about Lush? How you feel up there when you got to sit on the podcast with a dude like Lush?
He's just a consummate glazer. Like, Lush is the... Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking. Like, that's like...
I mean, it's hard to be mad at Lush, because he just glazes whoever's in his vicinity at that time. It's good to have somebody who is, you know, kind of a kiss ass to everyone, because then he's not afraid to like say certain things. But I will be honest with you, there are many times when I'm sitting there when I feel like the only person who intellectually is on my level is probably Lush and probably Adam. But Adam is kind of like, he just don't give a fuck about nothing. Lush is very enthusiastic. You know, he's an artist, he's passionate, and he understands a lot of the points and references I'm making. So I don't mind having him there. It's good for podcasting, horrible for interpersonal relationships.
Yeah. See, me, I couldn't sit there with the glazing too much. Sometimes it gets to a certain point where it's like, come on, bro, enough is enough. But Lush definitely is a good podcaster. Shit, I wouldn't mind having Lush on here, but like you said, with the glazing and shit, like sometimes, like, Brick ain't your favorite rapper, bro. Come on, gang. You just sitting there with... Yeah, he said Brick was his favorite rapper. It's like, come on, bro. I ain't never even heard a Brick song, bro.
Hey, sorry.
Now you good. I'm just not from Cali, so maybe Brick is a big rapper, but I
don't fucking know. What the hell? Hey, what the Nipsey Hussle's a big rapper, nigga. Brick is no. You know, and there were people in California who never even heard of Nipsey Hussle, so that puts it in perspective. All these LA niggas think they can rap. They suck at rapping. I'm gonna be real with you. Ain't no good rapper really ever came out of LA like that. The city where I'm from, Long Beach, has more impact on the music industry than LA, and that's not even close. That's not even close. G-Funk, Snoop Dogg, Warren G, shit. The East Siders, Vince Staples, we destroying them on that level. They all think they can rap. Let them do their thing. But the thing is, with the Lush situation, it's just like he clearly was taught something by his Jewish parents. Flattery will get you everywhere. That's what my grandfather used to say. And that's what he's doing. Look at this guy. This guy's an active drug user who beat out thousands of people who would love the opportunity to sit on No Jumper. This guy has done absolutely crazy stuff that his boss feels put his safety at risk, and he's still sitting on the couch. Why? Because one thing about people who are narcissists, and you got to be a bit of a narcissist to do, what we do. It's like we love people who compliment us, people who tell us how awesome we are, how amazing we are. And Lush just scratches that little itch, pause, that all egotistical. Like, I'm a Leo. I love words of affirmation. Should I eat that shit for breakfast? I can't even be with a woman unless she's telling me how good I am in bed and how cute and handsome I am every fucking 5 minutes. If you don't tell me that, I don't even like you no more. Get the fuck out. So I get it. I get where he's coming from. So it's just like, I can't knock his hustle, man. He knows how to do it.
How does it feel being up there? Well, no, it ain't too many gangbangers up there, but what's it like being a dude in Cali who don't gangbang? Like, you wearing a hat one day and a motherfucker do some crazy shit to you. What's that like up there?
I used to be a gang member. Well, I used to be actively. Yeah. I used to be from 20 Crip in Long Beach. So me and Viral Way, we were in rival gangs. They from Insane. I was from 20s, but the way 20s and Insanes work, all of us are like kind of connected because we have family members from the other gang. So like, I'm from 20s, my dad from Insane, my dad from Neighhood, but all my uncles from 20s. So my mom's side. So it's like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that phase of my life. I became like a family man, had kids and stuff like that, started working hard, buying things. So when I see those dudes doing all that, I really be looking at the older dudes like, well, what are you doing? This is goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you too old for this shit. Like, because even if like the hood that like I'm from, if you look at all of our OGs and the older dudes like my age, man, them dudes is working. Them dudes 6-figure salary, work for the city water department, Southern California Edison. It's just a different culture within the dynamic of the gang that I was a part of versus these other gangs where it's like they expect you to be a 50-year-old crash out. Like, nah, they're gonna be telling you like, take your ass to school, go get a trade. Because the gang that I'm from is like, we used to be called like the Rolling 20 Hustlers. We was all about money, before they became Crips. So it's always been an emphasis on getting money. That's like where Snoop Dogg is from. So like you see what he talks about, getting money, getting bitches, et cetera, et cetera. So all that like trying to be the toughest Crip in the room stuff, that has never been something that has appealed to me. But we just stay cool and calm in every situation. But now I'm not that, the banging stuff is for the younger dudes. I'm damn near 40 and I'm okay with that. Some dudes they just can't let that shit go. And really it's the dudes who really never was doing shit. When your ass done been on trial for shit in 30 years and that's a good deal. And you learn real quick. You've been sitting in jail a couple times. You learn real fast. A lot of dudes was just geeks that was from the hood, so they never went through none of that stuff. So now they're trying to like compensate in their later life. And it's funny to me.
You ever been in the county with any of these YouTube dudes that be talking crazy like King Pill, 4Extra, and anything?
Hell no. Hell no. Like, bro, I was in the county when I was like 21, 22 years old, 23, stuff like that. 30 years old. Fuck you doing in LA County jail? Like, you should have been bailing out in the holding tank if you was really about your business. It's really pathetic to me when these dudes actually be touching the county and fighting cases from inside. Like, you just telling me that you ain't got your chili right. Like, you looking pathetic out here. Like, I'm being real with you. That shit's pathetic.
Damn.
Like, I'm like, you see all these dudes and I fought this nigga and did it and all this shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't gonna tell people how many times you got slept up in that motherfucker, packed out. Like, they don't tell none of those stories. So it's just like, to me, it's like, that's exciting to them because maybe they're homosexuals. You know, they like being in there around a bunch of niggas with their dick swinging wearing boxers. But it's disgusting to me, and I don't think there's anything entertaining or funny or fun about it.
Especially with the peanut butter stories. We don't need to hear that type of shit.
Man,
what the fuck is that
Mexicans
shit about?
in California, Mexicans dominate the prisons, bro. So you in there doing what? Looking stupid when it's 80 Mexicans, 30 blacks, half of them is dope fiends and smokers, and it's about 10 young niggas up in there who really could get active, but you just incredibly outnumbered. You're basically just a victim, nigga. Like the shot caller for the Mexicans could be like, man, we about to kill all these niggas, and there really will be nothing you can do about it. So ain't nothing. It's like going to jail in Albuquerque, New Mexico, nigga, trying to act hard. Like, no, nigga, you're stupid. You're vulnerable in there more than you are on the outside.
Right.
Yeah, need to get at you at any moment.
Man, bad. Green light from M19. Niggas cooked. And they put you in dorms. So it'd be like you with a bunch of Mexicans. Should no black man glorify or want to be in that type of situation. So
them politic things in them LA County jails is a real thing then.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. This stuff is becoming a little bit more lax, but I just can't see myself constantly being in a situation where I'm outnumbered, outgunned, outorganized, and basically my life is sitting in another group of people's hands. Because if you got, let's realistically say 50 Mexicans in a dorm, and it's 20 dudes, and half of them is black dudes, and half of them is smokers and winos and shit. They could take you out at any moment, and Mexicans will do that. They don't give a fuck if they're in there for a traffic ticket. If the shot callers say they got to get you, they got to get you. Whereas niggas, we ain't organized. So if somebody like, yeah, you got to stick this dude, niggas gonna be like, nigga, I'm getting out in like 3 days. I ain't fucking doing that shit. It's just a different level. We ain't on that type of time, and we need to really stop acting like we are.
Yeah.
So
how you felt about the Black Sam and Rockstar situation when Black Sam gave him the personal escort across the street from the Marathon Burger?
That was stupid, bro. I even said bro got marked out because he really did, and the reason why he got marked out is because he should have never showed up over there. If he was trying to hit Black Sam and Black Sam wasn't answering his calls, you know this man ain't trying to talk to you, and you shouldn't have showed up over there until you guys had a conversation, right? Tell Sam that I'm trying to talk to him. I want to like see what's going on. Bro just did some stupid shit. He know he was on the internet talking shit on the nigga with Whack. You know what I'm saying? Or not talking shit, but letting Whack disrespect them and not really saying anything or defending them in a real way. It's just like, just choose whose side you're going to be on. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to come over here just because something's popping. But then when that shit's done or before, you was over there with somebody talking shit on me. He just put himself in a stupid situation. And he's honestly lucky to make it out of that motherfucker because them dudes be ready to crash out, you know?
But why didn't Black Sam treat Loose like that if Loose be hanging with Whack and he sit on the phone with Loose?
Maybe Black Sam and Loose have a different understanding. I mean, because that's how LA is. Like, you got dudes from different hoods who be hanging out with each other. And they got more loyalty to a nigga from another hood than a dude from their own hood. You never know. Loose might have put Black Sam onto something. Bro might have knew somebody, because Loose, one thing about that dude, he be lying a lot, but that dude definitely has some type of access to some people who have shit. Because how did bro get in touch with Shawnee O'Neal and all this type of shit? He knows somebody who knows somebody. So you never know. Loose might have been the plug on bro getting the property that he got, the old Rocket Burger. You know, it'd be like that. I hope the homie one time get a location for a spot that he was trying to open up just because I did jujitsu with the guy whose parents owned the building. It'd be like that. Like, the degrees of separation in LA are very small. So there's probably, or they could have grew up together, could have went to high school together. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Loose is kind of older. He's in his 40s, but Sam is also approaching 40. He might be in his 40s. So they could be like, they could have just come up at the same time and then things went the way they went. Because Luce looks young, but he's really an older nigga. Yeah. So I don't know, but that'd be a good thing to hit him up and ask him.
Yeah, shit. We had him on here. We gotta ask him again, shit. But
y'all should have just asked the nigga, like, why is Black Sam cool with you and not with nobody else?
Yeah, nah, facts. It wasn't.
When you from Cali, bro, you just gotta be straight up. Like a lot of niggas, that's the mistake they make. Niggas in Cali like to lie and wiggle up out of situations by saying shit. Anytime you talk to somebody from Cali, just be very direct. Hey, nigga, what is this? Or why is this? Because you'll get 9 times out of 10, you'll get the answer you want.
Yeah, I noticed that about Cali. Y'all is really no nonsense, no bullshit people. I done
Yeah,
been on
like, go ahead.
Yeah. No, like I said, I done been on the phone with Wack talking to you, Luce, all y'all. I get that same vibe. Like, nah, no bullshit, no nonsense.
No, yeah, like when Wack had called me that time, like straight up, he was like, hey, nephew, you called me sassy. I said, nigga, you said I got marked out. Like, I'm about to get on there mincing words with you, nigga. Like, you disrespected me, so I said something disrespectful. Now we can have a relationship of mutual respect, or it's gonna be some podcast shit where we could talk about each other and whatever, or we just gonna be, you know, cool with each other. That's our options. So it's like Cali is so much about how you present yourself, right? Like, no jumper is like with me, even when niggas be talking about fades and all that stuff, one thing about niggas from Long Beach, we ain't gonna sit up talking about no fades and not having them type thing. We don't play around like that. Some niggas play around like that. We don't really play around like that. So it's like, you talk about, like, even with the situation with Suspect, he talking about, oh, the nigga blew up my phone. I send you the messages between me and Suspect on Instagram. I messaged the nigga, hey, we might as well just go ahead and get this shit over with. I said, you can meet me at this location on Saturday at 1 o'clock. It was to my jiu-jitsu gym. I said, cameras or no cameras, you decide. Fuck that. You don't get to pick the location. Nigga was like, meet me on Crenshaw. Crenshaw and 49th or some shit. I said, fuck. I said, all right, fuck you, bitch. I'll be there on Saturday. Just like that. The nigga was like, 2 hours later, nah, nigga, you don't get to pick the location. Meet me there in an hour. I'm like, nigga, I'm way at work in Newport Harbor. Nigga, that's like 2 hours from LA. How the fuck I'm gonna get up there in an hour? Nigga, you're at No Jumper. How the fuck you going, which is an hour away from downtown LA? Which is, yeah, an hour away from where he was talking about going. Nigga just said he just gave an impossible task so it would never happen. But I was willing to show up in that nigga hood, well, his old hood, around the corner from his daddy house, even knowing the nigga probably was going to try to bring niggas and it was going to be some funk. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no Long Beach nigga scared of going nowhere in California, LA, none of that. We be all up and through these niggas' hoods. Not in an adversarial way, but we just ain't got no business with y'all. Like, we ain't got no beef with you. We can be cool with you. Like, nigga, I done fucked tons of bitches from neighborhood 5755, all that stuff. Been up in there, niggas was always cool. You know what I'm saying? When I was banging, nigga was just rolling, you know what I'm saying? Period. So that didn't scare me. But when he realized that I didn't give a fuck about that, like, because I might have sent you the screenshot. Shit, didn't I?
No.
Oh, shit, I sent it to you. But yeah, when he realized, like, I wasn't shook off of that, like, come meet me on Fort, up where he is, like, area, he tried to make it like, meet me in an hour. Oh, yeah, nigga, I'm about to leave my job and hop up and come up there to come. Sounds stupid. We grown. Let's do it Saturday. You know, it was Thursday or something. Let's do it Saturday. We could go ahead and get this shit out the way, but you know, the nigga scared. DC Baby Draco is actively hunting that nigga around the streets of LA, and the nigga's only response is, I don't even live there. When the nigga tell you driving past your daddy house and shit. That's crazy to me. That's a violation. Like, you bringing a nigga family into it, at that point, I'm coming to meet you. So the more that nigga talk, the more he show he a buster. And so I killed that nigga in the worst way possible. I killed the image that he was selling, the image of himself that he was trying to sell to people. Because now everybody know the nigga ain't trying to catch no fades. And I was trying to bring up DC Baby Draco on the show last time, but Adam kept wiggling out of it. Like, we could talk about it, but no, I was like, bro, like, you gotta let this nigga get this smoke because it's just too funny to me. But I think it's hilarious.
And then he caught my attention because you already know. Niggas box, do Muay Thai. We angling out what we about to do to a nigga. He said choreograph a fight. You can't choreograph a fight. You gotta plan or dictate what you're gonna do. But he said niggas don't do that. But bro, you do more Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. If y'all was to go into the parking lot, what was you gonna use on him? Was you gonna take him down and do Jiu-Jitsu, or was you gonna stand up with him and Muay Thai him?
The thing about Sus is when he fight, first thing he do is he put his hands up like this. I done already broke the nigga whole shit down. He throws his hands up like this, like typical hood nigga fighting. So at that rate, I'm like, you can't really generate no power on your punches with your hands held up to your chest like that. In order to swing, you're gonna have to cock back and do that. I'm gonna just close. Most likely, I would probably just close the distance on the nigga and slam his ass. That's how you do, little nigga. Slam the shit out of them, just to make them see how light they are. And then once you slam them, put the man hands on them, them niggas fold up and they surrender. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But because I think the little weenie probably have a gun on him or something, probably just slam him on his shit and knock his ass out real quick and keep it moving. You know,
now would you have been ready for that 2-on-1 because he had his mans with him?
Yeah, I wasn't even. I would have preferred that actually. Because like the whole thing is like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like when the nigga was like, I'll crash, I was like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna pick this no jumper table up and knock the shit out of you with it. And neither one of y'all gonna expect that. Like I'm gonna go for, if it's two niggas, I'm going for blood for real. Like you gonna have to kill me up in there. But I was already thinking a whole nother way from them. I could just tell, like, nigga, y'all get high all day. Like y'all niggas probably was getting high before you got here, and you know what I'm saying? So I honestly was thinking about picking up that no jumper table and smashing them niggas in the head with it if they would have tried to jump me. So, and nobody even watching was thinking about that. Y'all would have been like, I didn't expect it to go that way. But yeah, two niggas on one, you get the option to use a weapon.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
I would have whooped the nigga feet with that table. That table nice and little and firm and hard. Bro, I would have freaking destroyed a nigga's skull with that. On God in heaven. It would have been nothing but blood and dreads.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like, if a nigga try to jump me, my mind is gonna go straight to more diabolical shit. Cause y'all trying to jump me, nigga. Y'all trying to pack me out.
Yeah, y'all trying to knock my teeth out off shit.
Yeah, that shit is stupid. The nigga should have just stayed in his lane, and you know your homeboy be talking all that big shit. You been around the nigga how long? And he was trying to kind of like calm the nigga down, like, oh, we don't gotta say that, we don't gotta do that. But I mean, I think a suspect just need to stick to rapping or whatever he do. But yeah, man. So that's all I thought. If we fight, we in this small space, I'm about to just hem the nigga up and put him down. If Zay jump in, or once he came in the room and he was like, I'll crash, I was just like, nigga, grab a table leg and just start swinging. That's it. Ain't no jiu-jitsu or nothing at that point, because that's just survival. That's like nigga getting packed out.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So, but what I want to do, what I'm trying to do, if I can find it, I want to send. What I would like to do is I would like to send you the screenshot of this fucking conversation. You could look at it and you tell me what this look like to you. This gonna be the whole shit.
Can I pull it up on the screen? Because I got the DMs.
You got my DMs?
I got the DMs connected right to the. I can pull it right up on the screen. I got my Instagram hooked up to this laptop.
What can I do? Send it to your. I can send the whole convo or what?
Yeah, you can send a DM. Yeah, just send it through DM. I'll pull it right up.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, I got you right here.
But
it's not a long conversation. But yeah, when the nigga was on the thing, the nigga just lied so bad. I'm like, what type of grown ass man lie like that? But when you, I mean, all right, I just sent it on the DM.
Okay.
And the truth always gonna come to the light. A nigga that ain't like that, you gonna always figure out he ain't like that.
Well, here you go, right here. Here go the first one.
Okay, yeah. So
Go ahead.
He was literally talking shit on the live stream. And then I had sent the super chat and the nigga was like, he said it, message me direct. So I said, what's the nigga Instagram? Messaged him right there. Let's go ahead and get this over with. name the place and time, or meet me on Saturday at 1 p.m. here. That's to my jiu-jitsu gym. It's in a white neighborhood. Ain't no niggas showing up there in no mass numbers trying to pack nobody. Very safe. It ain't gonna be nobody there, but probably a couple of students, right?
Right.
That's it. Right there. He said, oh, he wanted to make it a spectacle. I said right there, camera or no cameras, you decide. I'm ready. Can you be any more direct than that?
Nope.
Absolutely
really
not.
I said, I'm ready. Let's go. The nigga says, meet me on Crenshaw and Jefferson Burger King parking lot. Fuck yo Addy. I said, fuck you. Name the time, bitch. Saturday, I'll be there. I mean, am I running from this? Am I ducking this? We ain't got no jumper no more. We in the streets now. Name the time. I'll be there. Nigga, tell me 1 o'clock. Tell the homies to pull up at 1:05 and pack me out. Whatever you want to do. Right there. That nigga said, I'll be there in an hour. You don't get to pick shit, pussy. I said, you a bitch, bro, just like I thought. Just shut up about fighting, bro. You a pussy. I agree to all your stipulations. You keep dodging. You want to do something, take off on me when you see me. That's it. So it don't get no more direct than that. So what the fuck conversation was he talking about? He said. And then the nigga hits me way later, talking about I've been up here 4 hours. Nigga, you live across the street. Of course you've been up there for 4 hours. Like, and I'm just like, man, I said, you're a pussy. I'm at work. Fuck you. Like, I'm a grown man. I got a job, nigga. I got to work. I ain't got time to fuck around with you randomly. Nigga, meet me in an hour. Like, bro, I'll roll up there. You won't even be there. Let's be real. You going to make another stipulation. Oh, nigga, I'm at the parking lot. The Burger King down on Slauson and Crenshaw. You know how niggas like that act.
Yeah, man. But you got to get on niggas' ass like that. Them type of guys, man. They want to chit chat and do all this internet talking. Now you got to get on a guy's ass every once in a while.
Yo, because he tough on what's his called. I'm not going to lie. Yo, I done see him violate so many niggas on No Jumper. Yo, that nigga threw Sharpe a motherfucking napkin and said, get Drake dick. He said, get Drake glaze off your mouth. Some crazy. He said dick or something, but he like, you glazing him. Wipe your mouth, nigga, and threw a napkin at him. Like, nigga, that's a fight right there.
And Sharpe didn't do anything?
No.
Nah, that nigga knows Sharpe be drunk. That's why. You know, some niggas, they get fucked up and they know they fucked up, so they ain't gonna try nothing because they know they get whooped up. Sharpe used to always be drunk all the time at No Jumper, bro. Like, I think you should be fucked up. But I'm just like, no, there's nowhere on earth this nigga would be considered tough. Like, we saw you curled up in a fucking ball when them niggas was whooping on your ass from BPS.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you exposed the real him without even really doing too much. Like, the niggas
like,
really know who the real, you know what I'm saying?
You really exposed it when you said bitch, because when Kelpie said bitch, he jumped up, spit, and fought. When you said bitch, it wasn't that.
Yeah, and then even when I said niggas, like, if you want to fight, niggas who want to fight, just fight. Like, I'm from Cali, nigga. Ain't no nigga. Don't ever follow no nigga outside, because you don't know who the fuck out there. For all I know, I could have went outside and that nigga Zay could have been out there waiting with some shit, and them niggas could have got the drop on me. There's a reason that nigga kept saying come outside, and then 2 minutes later Zay walk in the door. You probably over there, the nigga probably outside, you know, like, I come out here acting a fool, bro gonna pull up and help me try to hop on this nigga. But we already know, like, the rule in Cali, do not follow the outside, do not follow the nigga to his car, none of that. If y'all gonna fight right here, fight right now, and get that shit out the way. And whatever happened after that, it happened. So that's me. I ain't going against my instincts for your goofy ass. But I think Flacco them tried to, like, squash it the other day when they was on live with the nigga. But the nigga won, you know, and then the nigga start, like, kind of insinuating that he might be trying to shoot at a nigga and stuff. Like,
did you just drop a hard R?
Nope.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro.
No, I really didn't. I know her, nigga. Yeah. But like, he really, you know, is trying to, like, elude to that, because now he's just trying to figure out a way to scare niggas into silence, right? Like, Oh, if I bring up like gunplay, he might like, bro, come on, man. Before you shoot me, you gotta go shoot a couple niggas that done whooped your ass. I ain't even touch you, and you trying to
bigger fish to fry.
Yes,
and that punch he threw at Lush ain't look too good.
Bro, Lush was still talking as he was falling on the ground. I asked Lush, did you really get knocked out? He was like, no, but that was my homeboy. I didn't want to. I'm like, dude, the punch looks so soft. He hit Kelpie about 50 times, and Kelpie was like, you still a bitch. Kelpie should have been asleep as many times as you hit that boy.
Now, I know you said shit get diabolical if niggas jumping, but had he gave you that reaction, he gave Kelpie with a spit fly first and then punches, that shit get diabolical too, right?
That nigga would have got put through a wall if he would have spit on me. Equipment and everything, I would have got a bill from No Jumper. You broke this many cameras, the monitors all fucked up. Hell nah. A nigga spit on me, bro. I'm gonna be looking for the nigga like DC Baby Draco at that point. That's ultimate disrespect between two black men. Between men, period. You don't spit on nobody. Like, I don't give a fuck. Because
we seen Aaron the plumber get spit on. He from Cali. He ain't
That's crazy. Man, you know. Also, though, Aaron the plumber ain't got no homies and shit to call. And then the nigga there is security, armed security. So you try to take off on that nigga, what he might do. The thing is, just don't even put yourself in those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with being professional and requiring people to be professional when they're around you. Because he wouldn't have spit on a nigga from LA like that. I promise you. Because a nigga from LA got backup. He got niggas he could call who could come up there with burners, ready to fuck some shit up. That nigga did that because it's a lot of them and only one of Aaron the plumber. So I don't really put no stock in that. Niggas get together and they get brave.
See, that's the side they don't tell you.
Oh, for sure. We see that all the time.
I mean, look at the situation with the nigga Drake Yo the Ruler. Like, I heard the niggas, his homies ran. They was running while the nigga was getting like packed out and stabbed. What that tell you? When the numbers are equal, niggas are scary.
Shit, King Von's homies ran.
Exactly. So none of that shit impresses me. You're brave because you're outnumbering a little nigga. Aaron ain't big like that. So to me, that make the nigga who spit on him look bad. Like you going above and beyond because you know you got other niggas around you, and supposedly this is armed security. But Aaron just kept walking because he knew he didn't have a chance. Like they would have packed the nigga out. But they would have did that nigga like Mayweather security.
All right, now you said earlier Black Sam got marked out. But he would have got packed out too.
Rockstar.
I mean Rockstar got marked out. But in the same situation, if he had did something, he'd have got packed out too.
The thing about him, why I say he got marked out, is because he went up there knowing he had no business being up there. See what I'm saying? The thing with Aaron the plumber, bro, was working. He's being requested to come up there for work. See? And you can't let gang members turn work into hood bullying, because that's what that was. That was bullying. Now, if Aaron the plumber went and got a pistol and came back and dirted all them niggas, we'd have been saying, why do you have to do that though? See, niggas be out of bounds, like for real. And
true.
Yeah, that was disrespectful. The nigga should have never done it. And low key, whoever is the nigga OG or whatever should have hollered at the nigga like, hey, you can't be doing that, bro. That's disrespect. Because if some Bay Area niggas came down trying to dirt niggas, then what? But I promise you this, these niggas won't do that to a Mexican, though. Show me a video where a nigga spit on a Mexican.
Mexicans got like that out there?
Man, these Mexicans is outnumbering niggas like 10-1.
We thought it was the Samoans.
No, Samoans are very small in number. They're pretty much no threat. They more likely to be cool with niggas than beef with niggas, right? We refer to them as Samoan niggas like that. But it's a lot of Samoans from like black hoods and stuff. Show me a video where a black gang member spits on a Mexican gang member or a black period. They'll never, that same nigga who spit on Aaron the plumber will get around Mexicans and act like the most polite, politically correct nigga on earth. On earth.
I believe it.
Even if you see Pun and AD them, they low-key be glazing Mexicans on their channel. I'm telling you, they only doing it to the nigga because he got no backup. So you not, if it was you and him one-on-one, you wouldn't have did that to that nigga. You just doing that because you know you got the numbers. 100%.
So why do niggas feel comfortable disrespecting lefty gunplay?
Niggas just say certain things about lefty gunplay, but they ain't going to the point of like really insulting the nigga. Like what are they saying to disrespect him? He can't rap.
Yeah, just little shit like that. Just tarnishing his name.
You ain't gonna be like, fuck that nigga and his kids and nigga, I'll do this and I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna fly. Man, them Southsiders will be on your ass. I'm just being real with you. Like, niggas act tough, but LA niggas made peace with Mexicans for a reason. It ain't because we just like them. No. They got y'all outnumbered like 20 to fucking 1.
Now, what about the Armenians? What about the Armenians?
Nah, that's nothing. Armenians.
They said that's the real. I heard that's the real power of Cali.
Hell no. It's not even enough Armenians to be the real power. If you go like that area, that's like the valley and shit. Who really run the valley is like Russians. Russians and Armenians got the beef in the valley. Like Burbank, the porn district where Adam and them be at. So like when you see like the 60s and stuff popping up over there, I knew nothing was gonna happen because them Russians got that shit on lock. You ain't doing nothing up there. You do some shit over there, you saw Training Day, right? Who killed Denzel?
Them Russians.
Russian mobsters. They're up there. I used to work at a club. I used to work at an Armenian-owned club, and they was into it with the Russians. A Russian walked up to me and was like, nigga, not nigga, but he was like, you gonna get he was like, these dudes gonna get you killed doing security over here, and they know they doing all types of shit and running back to this club, hiding up in here. He told me straight up. I said, that was like my last day. I was like, I'm done. Yeah,
Big U wasn't extorting none of the Mexicans or Armenians.
Stop it. You being funny.
I was just wondering because that's
Big U can extort a nigga from A-Trade gangsters. So how the fuck was you gonna extort a Mexican?
Hey,
Mexicans run, bro. Have you ever been to LA?
Nah, bro.
I want you to go to LA, go to this part of LA called the Alley. Millions of Mexicans, bro. They're all over the city. It's no area that all the hoods where these niggas like this my hood, neighborhood and all that, man, it's Mexicans living all up and through there. All up and through there. Like it's just a numbers game.
Okay.
The niggas are moving to like Vegas, Lancaster, where the rent is cheap because they're getting priced out. So the numbers are not there like that.
Okay. Now let me ask you something. Being that you said you was a 20, right? A quick. How do y'all look at out-of-state gangbanging? Like when somebody like Jen Lee banging 60s, a big white boy from Texas, he say nigga and shit like that. How y'all look at shit like that?
I mean, it's just he from that hood. Them dudes let him do that. You know, it's all about his circle.
But do y'all respect gangbangers from out of the states? Because it really started out there. Like, how did it get to? You know what I mean? Like, if somebody follow, is what I'm saying. It was a follower in every state somewhere. Because if it started in Cali, how the fuck did it get to Illinois, or how did it get to Florida, Jersey, shit like that?
Well, yeah, we have to because there's 20 Crips in Atlanta, 20 Crips in New York. There's 20 Crips all over the America. 20 Crips in Washington. So my uncles, them all just like a couple years ago moved to Atlanta, but before they moved there, it was a whole faction of 20 Crips because they had, when we were young, when I was a little kid, they had put my cousin Keith on 20s at a family reunion out there, and he expanded the gang. I was just talking to a dude from Atlanta the other day. He was like, yeah, them niggas is out here. They be over in some area. So we have to respect it. And all that stuff got spread because of drugs. When niggas was moving drugs across state lines, that's where that really started. Like, because
I heard a nigga like Charleston, he said he seen colors, and that's how they started gang banging in his area, like off a movie, not a real right coming out there and putting people on and shit like that off of a movie. So that's why I was asking, is it respected?
Some people did that, but they tapped in with the dudes from those hoods in like LA, and them dudes would like fly out there and stuff, cosign. Like basically, it's like anything. What y'all got going over here? Oh, we moving work. All right, send niggas this much money every month. Y'all official. We'll back you up. That's with anything. That's the same as opening a jiu-jitsu gym. What team are you on? This team. Give us this much money every month so you can carry the team banners. Like it's like dues. But yeah, the out-of-state bangers, they're legitimate. I mean, they willing to ride and die and kill and spread degeneracy for their hood. They doing just as much as the dudes in LA.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it was respected in Cali. I'm not saying it's disrespected at all. Shit, we know they sliding, they doing their thing, but we just wanted to see how the originals feel about it because, like they said, the shit started in Cali.
Also, in the feds, like where Brick Baby and all them is at, when you get to the feds, you run into niggas from different states. See, because they mix the states in the feds, and you got dudes who be getting put on to hoods in the feds. Like that's the way it is.
And then they going back home today, back to whatever states they coming from, right?
Man, it's Mexicans who went to the feds and became Latin kings. It's Latin kings in LA, bro. They just not big. Yeah, they not big, but that shit started with the feds. So
what's the big Mexican gang out there? Do they bang blood and Crip too, or are they strictly MS-13 type shit?
Well, if you saw the video of the one little dude from Insane Crip who got caught by the dude from 20s, the little kid, and he was crying. That kid is Mexican. Crazy. He's Mexican, but he's from a black gang. He's from Insane Crip. Same gang as Viral Way. That dude is from their hood, that little kid. So Mexicans do bang black hoods, but the primary Mexican gangs are on the southern part of California. It's the Serranos, the 13s. They tapped in with the Mexican mafia. On the northern part of California, Oakland, all that, Vallejo, San Francisco, they're Norteños, the Northerners, and they have their own. They beef with the Serranos, the Norteños and Serranos beef. Wow. So every gang going south has this like 13 on their name that identifies them as attached to the Mexican mafia. The only gang that I know that doesn't have that is the gang in Long Beach that we beef with, the Longos, the west side, east side, north side, and south, the north side, east side, and west side Longos. They are a Mexican gang, but they don't carry the Mexican Mafia 13. They own thing. So
is it going to be repercussions? Like you said, it would be if somebody spit on a Mexican for that dude who dragged that little Mexican kid? Or no, because he being a black hood?
No, yeah, nothing's gonna happen because he's banging a black hood.
Oh, so you got it. So only the Mexican gangs is the whisper.
They're gonna be like, they probably would have probably killed bro. They would have been like, oh, you gonna mess with those monkeys, those mayates? They would have probably dirty bro theyself. Little kid or not. But nah, yeah, you'll never see nobody spitting on no Mexican. No black dude, not like that. No. Nah. It's too many of them, and they tied in with the Mexican mafia and shit. Like, you spit on the wrong person and you're gonna be in trouble. But in Long Beach, we do beef with the Mexicans though. So shit happens. But like when I was a kid in high school, 15 years old, Mexicans blew my homie brains out in front of a Taco Bell. He was just ordering his food, bam, splattered his shit. So it was stuff like that happening in Long Beach. So the history between Mexicans and blacks in Long Beach was real tumultuous.
Damn.
Yeah. Happens.
Now, before we get up out of here, you was in No Jumper. We know you had to walk through the Plug Talk Studios. Was there any baddies in there when you walked through there?
Always. That's every day. That's one of the best parts of going up there. Just hot chicks, man. Like, they had Brandy Kelly up there the other day. She is so bomb. I'm
that's some great shit. Adam be up there winging. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro be up there clocking shit. I'm like,
with wifey, he get the nail shit with wifey on camera, make bread off it. Like, bro, what? But like you said, that's some passport shit. She ain't from America. American joint is not going for that.
I mean, there's American women who do porn with their mate, husband or wife.
You think a black joint, right? She gonna be comfortable doing that? Well, how Adam be winging every day? Eventually, she gonna be on some shit, or she gonna feel like, nah, we gotta bring dudes in here. This shit, she gonna be trying to reverse it, abuse the shit like that.
Well, you had an old school chick, Vanessa Blue, with Lexington Steele. They were in a relationship for a couple years, and they was doing scenes with dudes, females, all that. So that's not really new.
She might be a 304. She might be really 304. I feel like you gotta be a 304 to do that.
She's like a legendary porn lady, like Hall of Fame type shit. Like, it's just a thing in that circle and that. But Lena, she got smashed by Jason Love. Adam, I could have did that, bro. That's crazy. That right there, dude. Bro was railing the shit out of her.
Yeah, they was on Adam. Every platform was talking about that shit for a minute.
Man, hey, and she looked like she liked the shit too. That's crazy. But yeah, so she has like done that, but I noticed lately they ain't did no shit like that. That probably was it for bro. He was like, no, never again.
Yeah. Now let me ask you about this right quick. Go ahead, John.
Oh no, I was just saying that had to be it for him. No, that had to be it for him. After the backlash he got and stuff, that was it for him probably.
Yeah,
could you just imagine your chick, you like going to do it to her like, I'm still sore from
yeah, nah. Oh, out. Nah. You take another meat, it's over. Like, I don't know.
I'm kicking you and the kids out at that point.
Shit get different. Now, ain't nobody ever talk about it, but fuck it, we're gonna bring it up because, like he said, we're gonna kick you and the kids out. How do you feel if you in Andrew Wiggins' situation? You raise the kids, all this shit. Come to find out they're your best friends.
Andrew Wiggins from the Warriors?
Yeah, that's why he stopped playing for a little bit, mental health and shit.
I mean, dude, you city to city hitting chicks, you leaving your boy. These type of niggas give their homies access to their house with their girl there by themselves because they goofy. Yeah, that shit happens, man. Like, me personally, is he still with the chick?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing you could do. I mean, at the end of the day, that bitch is diabolical, nigga. She knew what she was doing. Like, fake a miscarriage or something, bitch. You can't. Don't even tell me you're pregnant. Like, but man, she probably did that just to hurt that nigga. But I think
y'all stay. Being that y'all raised the kids, would y'all stay?
Man, fuck those kids. They ain't mine.
Nah, listen, yeah, man, get to like you said, man, fuck them kids. Nah, I agree.
One thing a man does not need is to be stuck raising another nigga baby. That's for a fact. Unless it's some special circumstances. If that kid last name ain't Tucker, if that DNA test ain't come back, it's a wrap. But the thing with this is like, it's like she tried to hurt you. So what I think is she probably was like stashing money and shit, making investments because she knew bro was eventually gonna find out. But how did he find out? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Right after all them years that it just come out of nowhere.
How did he end up finding out?
I'm not even too sure. How did he find out?
Shit, I'm not even too sure where it is. Let me look that shit up.
Secret DNA test? Like, yeah, all these dudes out here need to be doing secret DNA tests. While your kids is asleep, going and swab their fucking jar, take a strand of their hair.
Yeah, because these bitches is diabolical nowadays. That shit is crazy.
Listen, man. Unless your baby is undeniable, like my daughter, she's undeniable. Like she's my exact image. So, it's if that happened, he would have to look just like me. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother
Right.
got different dads, so we don't even look alike. So, but yeah, man, damn, nigga, mental health. I don't even know why he lost sleep over it. I'd be like, I gotta get out of jail free card, nigga. I get to start over, nigga.
What?
Bye.
That's
Did he
crazy.
was he married to the chick?
Nah, it said girlfriend.
Thank God. Thank
Yeah,
God.
right.
She a girlfriend. She ain't really yours anyway. But hopefully he didn't sign them those birth certificates because you know sometimes they'll try to make you still pay child support.
Mm,
Hell
Even
yeah.
if you ain't the daddy.
that's some wild shit. Yo, they be trying to kill these NBA players. You see how Shorty trying to attack Anthony Edwards shit? Bitch, you ain't trying to hit little baby over the head. Don't try and hit me over the head. Fuck.
Bro gave her, he paid all of his child support. He paid his whole that's a gangster move. I don't even want to see you or this damn kid.
That's what that tell me. I don't want to see you or the kid at all.
But I think bro gonna get, if bro see that baby growing up, bro gonna get soft. He gonna like, cause that's how it is. You could be mad at the mama, you could be on fire at the mama. But when you see a little baby and it look like you and shit, you got a soft spot for him.
You know what I'm saying? Especially a little girl.
Yeah, exactly. So I know they're gonna make it like a story arc. I didn't want to have anything to do with her, but then she stole my heart. Like somebody stole his ankles last night, though. I think was injured.
Yeah, I see you know a little bit about basketball. I seen you said LeBron ain't a good teammate. Why do you say that?
Because he's not. LeBron is a coward, bro. But you got to remember, we spoiled from Kobe. LA fans are spoiled from Kobe. Kobe was the hardest working nigga in the history of the NBA. So anything less than that, we looking at you like you're a bum. But
yeah, Kobe set that standard.
LeBron is just, he should have been out of the league 3 or 4 years ago. Because he's not playing like he's motivated to win. So get his ass out of here.
Yeah, because ain't no way you supposed to be losing 4-1, bro. That's some bullshit.
Collecting a check, preventing a team from building because he hogging up all that cap space. Bro is useless. They should have got rid of his ass instead of AD. Dude, 4 years ago, I said they should have did a straight up trade for LeBron and Spider, Donovan Mitchell. We'll be going to the championship right now. With AD, Donovan Mitchell, and the rest of these dudes, we'll be seriously competing for a championship.
Yeah, I can see that one. Damn, AD and Donovan Mitchell. I never even thought of that. I never heard of that shit before. That's crazy. That would have been some crazy shit.
Come on, man.
Who your football team? You like the Chargers or the Rams?
No, I don't really have a football team. I just like, if the game is good, I'm cool. I root more for players. So like I like the Bengals because I like Chase, the receiver. I like Lamar Jackson, obviously. I really want Matt Stafford to do well. I've been a fan of him since he was with the Lions. It's just different players I root for. I like Cheetah. I want him to do well. So I root for the players.
That's what's up. So who you got in the finals though? Who you think gonna go to the finals?
Yeah, man. I think Denver's gonna get beat down by the OKC Thunder. I think it's gonna be the OKC Thunder. The only challenge OKC gonna have is if the Warriors, right? That's the only team I think that could take them out. But I don't think the Warriors got the size to fuck with the OKC Thunder in the West Coast. And I think the Pacers look amazing. I feel like New York is gonna beat Celtics.
We got a Celtics fan in here.
Celtics are down 2-0 though, going back to New York. And I just think Jalen Brunson is too much for them. Celtics are good, but they don't got that, like, on defense, they don't really got no speed on defense. That's the problem. Jaylen Brown, typical niggas show up sometimes, don't sometimes. Jason Tatum the same way. Them niggas is the most absent superstars on earth. One game they going for 50, the next game they not even in the arena. Nigga, like, where the fuck was you at? Sorry ass, what's his name? What's his name? Y'all sorry ass point guard.
Derek White.
No, Drew Holiday, get his ass out of here.
You don't like Drew?
Fuck no, Drew Holiday is the nigga who like he does well when you don't need him to, but when you really need him to perform, he don't do nothing. He's like the most abstract point guard on earth. Like, what exactly like if Drew Holiday put on a janitor uniform, niggas wouldn't even know he wasn't the janitor. They'd be like, oh, that nigga just work here. He's like, you forget that he's on the floor. Hey, as a Celtics fan, let's be real. Do you not sometimes forget Drew Holiday is on the team?
Yeah, he definitely one of the more important players. I definitely say
like,
he's in starting five, he a fifth option.
Man, Drew Holiday go out there and guard the best offensive person every night.
No, yeah, you're right. Drew Holiday might do that, but the dude we're talking about, Drew Holiday, that sucks.
Yeah. Who you thinking, John? Who you got in the finals?
If I'm not being biased, I think in the West, not biased. I think if in the West, I think it'd be between the Timberwolves and OKC. I think with Curry being injured right now, a hamstring, I don't see him coming back in time enough for him to beat the Timberwolves. The hamstring is serious. In the East, I want to say the Celtics can fight back. Ultimately, the way the Pacers is playing, how they play basketball, they push the pace. They can defend. They got a lot of good defenders. They can shoot the three, and they got bigs. I see the Pacers possibly going to the finals against either OKC or the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that I think it's gonna be OKC and the Pacers. And I think that'll be an exciting finals because I think they match up well.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be an exciting finals. I think it'd be different because we've never seen these teams in the finals, but there's the style how they play too also.
Yeah. Exciting running. Yeah, if Steph Curry doesn't come back, I have a hard time seeing Jimmy Buckets leading the Warriors to a victory over the Timberwolves. But the Timberwolves, they don't play no fucking defense, dog. That like they don't be moving on defense at all. Like Rudy Gobert, he's a rim because they become dependent on Rudy Gobert being a rim protector. But Jimmy Butler is gonna figure out how to finish on him consistently, and then they might be in trouble. But I honestly think Steph gonna come back. The nigga don't do nothing but shoot threes. It ain't like he gotta take you off the dribble. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, if he come out there with that weak hamstring, they gonna be everybody he get on. They gonna be trying to give him hell. Ain't gonna be no screens or nothing. They gonna be isoing that nigga, making him work on that hammy. Because now you got to run backwards when you playing defense. You got to work that hammy.
But Steph always been a liability on defense, so they got a plan for that. My thing is, if you got Steph in the corner as a spot up shooter, they have to pay attention to him. See, that's the issue. So he's always a threat. He like Ray Allen. Steph Curry with one leg is better than Ray Allen on the freaking Celtics. He just could stand there and drop buckets from the corner. So I would like to see how they utilize him, but I don't think the hammy is that bad. It was just a strain. So that's like they say 5 to 7 day recovery time. And he's in the NBA, so he got the best recovery people in the world.
Yeah,
so hopefully
they're working on that shit right now. They trying to make a playoff run.
Man, they putting butter on that motherfucker like old school remedies.
What? They doing everything. Steph back. I don't blame them. Did the Pacers win tonight?
They lost tonight.
Oh, they did. Cavs got one in Indiana? That's crazy.
Yeah, they had all the starters back tonight. They had all the missing players back tonight.
Oh, yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
That toe magically healed, huh? That toe a bitch.
Yeah.
And they blew them out 126 to 104. That's scary at home.
Yeah, hey, they niggas like, yeah, we back, bitch. Hey, y'all came out, came to Cleveland kicking ass.
But I have a theory though. I sometimes think they be letting them win. Like, look, think about it. If you get 2 on somebody at their house, why not let them come out, win a game, burn their energy, and you rest for the next game? Like, that's what I think happened with the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Remember, the Lakers came back the Lakers like dropped. The Lakers like won one. The Timberwolves got one in LA. I think they purposely let LA win the second one so they could run and wear their legs out. And then they came back and beat the niggas 3 more games straight. Like you let them wear themselves out. So I think teams be doing that. So I don't know if the Pacers just let them run their legs out, and then the next game they gonna come back and try to go up 3-1.
Yeah, and that's why the Knicks won't make it because Thibodeau is running them niggas' legs to the ground.
Everybody who played for this nigga end up injured.
40 minutes, 40 plus minutes, 42 minutes in a back. They play every other day, so I don't know. We'll see.
But see where Thibodeau's strategy is working is when you run like that, you exhaust the other team. Because if you notice the Celtics, they dying in the third quarter. They be up by 20 starting the third quarter, give up the lead in the third quarter and get smoked for the fourth quarter. The Celtics are a bigger team, so they running a lot. That's wearing them out. They not built for that. But do they still got old ass Al Horford? I thought I saw him on the court looking like he was standing in cement. That nigga Jalen Brunson shook that nigga so he walked past that nigga. He didn't even have to like run. But Thibodeau's strategy is to wear out the other team. Only problem is he usually ends up getting his star player injured because once you get fatigued like that, injuries are, they happen easily. But it's working for them so far. And if he wins a title, he'll be like, see, look, my bad strategy works. Him and that little punk ass French Italian nigga. What's that dude's name? D'Antoni. They had the same strategy.
Oh yeah.
And the Pacers if they end up playing the Knicks, God forbid, somebody gonna roll an ankle or something. Because something about the Pacers, everybody they play, the star go down before they gotta play them. Even last year in the playoffs, they had an easy run like that where people going down and they get to the East Coast Finals. That should be crazy.
Man.
Got lucky this year. Darius Garland and Mobley wasn't there the first 2 games. Look at the shit they pulled off. Like
right.
Last year they pulled that bullshit off. They didn't play. As I'm saying, the Pacers got some shit going on where every time they about to play somebody, a nigga get hurt. Significant person.
Yeah. With Mobley and Garland back, I don't think the Pacers could beat the Cavs. I think the Cavs could have swept the Pacers if they had those 2 healthy. Because you ain't even got nobody else. But yeah, we're gonna see. I was trying to convince Adam to start talking about sports on No Jumper. I'm like, nigga, your show is called No Jumper, nigga. You don't even talk about basketball.
Shit, nigga, you come on here and talk sports with us. Come on here and talk sports with us once a week.
Nah, I mean, I'm down. I don't care. I talk sports. I mean, I'm not no sports.
I didn't know you was into the sports,
but I know enough. I pay attention to it. So, hey,
you ain't on you on any of that other shit like Big Homie CC be on like the drones and all that shit too?
The drones, like conspiracy theories type shit.
No, this drones. We really got drones. We in Jersey.
Oh, y'all be having drones like
the
what?
drones is like if I was to call you right now on FaceTime and to show you the sky right now, it's drones.
Like watching out for crime and stuff?
Nah, it's them. You didn't hear when they said them drones was coming out the water and all that shit?
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
That's crazy. You ain't hear about that.
I mean, shit, I don't see them out here. But yeah, I know they got water drones and shit. That's how they blew up that pipeline, that Russian pipeline.
But it's drones in Jersey right now. She's just been out here for how many months now?
They've been out here for, I want to say since maybe like 6 months almost now.
At least been a half a year of these weird. That shit is weird, yo.
All I know about Jersey is y'all got high ass taxes. They make it damn near impossible for y'all to go to the beach or some shit like that. And Camden, New Jersey, I play football with a nigga from Camden named Abdul. I went to the nigga's apartment. I said, man, it's dirty as fucking here. I said, nigga, you need to get your big ass up and clean up. He said, nigga, we in. I said, y'all didn't clean your house in Jersey? He was like, man, we lived in the projects. Didn't nobody clean that shit? I said, what?
Yeah, Camden is treacherous.
I said, nigga, you lived in a house with your mom and y'all didn't clean it ever? He was like, fuck no. I said, you are
I can get like that in Camden.
Hey, that don't surprise me coming from a Camden motherfucker. I'm not even gonna cap, bro. I hear Camden people say some wild shit.
And that nigga used to be like, no, you need to come back to the crib with me. I'm like, nigga, I will never go anywhere with you.
Nigga, just to hop off the bus and step in Camden, you like, oh, what the fuck? Camden, a whole different scene.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. If this girl I used to mess with from Camden is any reflection on Camden women, they got some down ass bitches over there. Cause man, it was a girl I used to mess with out here. She was from Camden, New Jersey. She went to Rutgers. Man, that girl was the best girlfriend I ever had.
Oh, they'll hold you down.
Nigga, ever. You good? You ate? You need some money? I was like, baby, where they raising y'all at? Shit.
But because you know why? It'll be a nigga from another town, like up here. That's a joke. Like, nigga, you fucking with Camden bitches. Feel me? But y'all don't know that. So y'all will fuck with a Camden bitch, a Kingsburg bitch, shit like that. But us up here, we like, you fucking with a Kingsburg,
she gonna
like
rob you.
A Camden John, like, oh, y'all niggas wildin'.
She gonna get you robbed.
What you be the fuck around, had to go see her and got into some shit like on easy, like that type of bullshit.
Hey man, I will always have a soft spot in my heart for the women of Camden, New Jersey, just because that chick, like, I'm like, is there something in my destiny where I'm meant to go to Camden one day? Because she had to move back to Jersey though. I was low key thinking like, man, I come out there and see you.
Like, hey, yo, that's a hell of a flight. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, she had a nigga nose open.
Man, that shit was, I mean, I didn't go. I kept it player, but dude, she was cool, man. I was like,
you thought about it for sure.
She was in Cali living the life though. I was taking long walks on the beach and shit, you know.
Nah, I can't lie. Jersey Jones is cool though. If you get a good Jersey John, they could damn near be like your homie, feel me, all that type shit. But I'm trying to get to them Kenyan women, man. You didn't put it in my mind. You gotta but yeah, you pulled up a joint for bro. You ain't pulling up for John Swish, man. You know what I mean? You gotta pull up for me, man.
Listen, man. Let that be the tester right there, man. I mean, hey, listen, it's too many. Like you just walk, you look around, you see, oh, you and you and you like it's like that, man. It's that easy. You just
What'd you say that city was in Africa? Because I want to show the people.
Nairobi,
Nairobi,
Kenya, man.
Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah, man.
You gotta see what this look like.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
What the fuck?
What happened?
I'm looking at this shot now. I wasn't expecting it. They do got the giraffes though. Gotta see if this is a real pic.
Yeah, that's a real pic.
This giraffes in the city, that's some crazy shit.
They got all types of shit out there, man. Like I'm telling you, you go see lions and shit. It's a beautiful place, man. You literally.
I see the city atmosphere.
Oh, that shit coming like Miami almost.
Their face look like I see the palm trees and shit, right? Like you see that? Skyscrapers and shit.
Yeah. Skyscrapers and shit.
I'm telling you, bro. Like
this nigga on a glass balcony. Oh yeah, niggas might gotta check out Nairobi.
Man, listen,
for sure.
I'm not leading nobody astray, bro. Like for real. Like if you go out there, you gonna be like, I just want to stay out here forever. Like that's you're never gonna want to leave. You're gonna be like, I just want to be out here till I die.
What the white people like out there, bro?
There's not no white people out there.
Oh, so this is a fool ass pic.
No, there's some white people sparingly. You might see one every 3 days, but it ain't no like you ain't running into no white people on no consistent basis. That's not even a fucking thing. So you'll be out there like, dang, I ain't seen no white people in 2 weeks. You'll be missing them motherfuckers.
They didn't think they extinct.
What the food out there like?
Oh, excellent. Absolutely amazing. It's great. Like, I have no complaints. You eat good. You get full.
I can't go anywhere I can't eat. See, Ja, this might not be for us.
What happened? What? That looks like Ethiopian food.
Oh, this ain't.
Oh.
This ain't.
Oh yeah, that white stuff is kind of like it's grits. You ever ate grits?
Yeah.
That's grits.
Yeah.
They call it ugali, but it's just grits. But you see that fish and beef and they got steaks and all types of shit out there.
This type of shit right here, I'm cool off of. Oh yeah, that's Ethiopian, like you said.
Yeah, chicken wings. I mean, everything they got out in
spicy.
in America.
Their food spicy. Was it really spicy?
No, their food is not spicy. No, their food is not spicy.
Okay.
Did it smell funny? No disrespect.
No. I mean, everything is. Oh dang! I could have showed you this pic, but this girl, she's not decent. But hey, they got some baddies out there.
Now, do they got the social media, the Instagram and shit? You can busting like that?
What happened?
Go ahead, John. What'd you say?
No, I just said we might got to take a trip. My fault.
Nah, for real.
Y'all definitely should. I mean,
shit, we both got the passports. We done been on cruising there. They definitely ain't nothing to go to Kenya. But now, are they on the Instagram heavy out there?
They on everything, like, but they not like. See, in Africa, it's like they still buying data. They don't got like unlimited data, so they don't got like money to just stay on the freaking internet all damn day like the chicks out here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that changes things a lot too, because they like shit. I ain't trying to burn up all my data sitting on Instagram. Yeah, so they're more focused on, shit that matters.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, but bro, like literally, you won't be disappointed. You'll really be like, I think you'll really be surprised if you go out there. You'll just be like, I'm telling you, everybody I know who goes out there be like, man, I want to move out here. Like I took the homie out there the other day. Bro bought a condo out there.
Damn.
He only went out there twice and bought a condo.
No. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't expecting to do like that. That shit kind of threw me off.
Nah, for real. Like I took the homies out there. We did like a guys trip, like 20 of us. All them dudes go back now. They go back without me.
Now, what's the common theme of the women? Is the women tall and thick? Is they short? What they look like out there? What's the common theme?
Man, they got all shapes and sizes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But they all like petite, slim waist, big booty. They all look gorgeous, healthy. You don't see no big, fat, super obese chicks running around.
Yeah, because they ain't eating all that crazy processed food.
Right. They not eating bad. So when you get out there, it's gonna help get your mind right.
Facts.
Definitely.
Shout out your platform, man. Let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, all that.
The platform is Defiant with Brandon Tucker. On YouTube, you just type in @Defiant Brandon. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. We working every day, just like y'all, making videos, sharing the news, talking sports, talking all types of stuff. So y'all go tap in and hope you enjoy.
Facts, man. Hopefully we can get together, man, once a week, once every 2 weeks, talk some sports and shit when the football season start back up or before the final start. But y'all already know what it is, man. Hazie Business, it's your boy, man. John was the great one, not the fake one. John 120, special guest Brandon Tucker, aka Defiant with Brandon. Go show love to bro. Hit his super chat because he go live frequently. Once we start going live, I got jumping on shit too. But go to bro live right now. Hit that super chat. Show love, man. You already know what it is, man. Hazie Vision.